Hey, gamers, and welcome in to another stream. Uh, Today's a unique one. Today's a pretty special one, I gotta say. So lately, as you know, I've been trying a bunch of new stuff. Been trying a bunch of new stuff as of late. To, try to get myself to like stream more consistently because plans fell like not that plans fell through, but plans are kind of at a standstill with Fizcraft stuff. I've kind of hit a wall with inspiration there. Getting new stuff off the ground can be difficult for me. And a lot of things like Mine and Jet's Hardcore World, that's gone. That ship has sailed. I lost that save like during the switch between PCs, not even the switch to like moving. So like pretty much every series that I had going on is either like forcefully over or like I have like no motivation to continue right now. With the exception of the Legacy console thing that I started recently, but that's only because I started it so recently. So speaking of things that I've started recently, I was like, man, what's something I could do to shake up stream? What's something I could do to like keep the stream pushing? Keep things nice, keep things solid, while also creating some intrigue and like doing something a little bit different. And what I ended up settling on for that little bit of difference was, I've always wanted to get into ROM hacking. Oh, Jesus. Getting a little ahead of myself here. I always wanted to get into ROM hacking for games, and especially for 2D titles. It's just that, like, the tool set was never quite there for me, or I never really had the level inspiration to, like, sit down and make some levels, things like that. But, and that's led to me landing myself in situations where, like, oh man, I'd really like to get into that. I'd really like to start, but I don't know where, And I figured out where. I know where now. It's right here in the Reggie level editor. This is where we start. Because I started with Super Mario World a number of years ago, and that didn't work out. That didn't work out solely because I, like, the Super Mario World level editor, Lunar Magic, has some like restrictions, I think. In like, and it's not Lunar Magic's fault as much as like Super Mario World is a Super Nintendo game and thus has some restrictions, and so kind of like stifled me a little bit creatively. And tools like Reggie, what I'm using right now, weren't really like up to snuff just yet a number of years ago when I tried to get into this. So like I'm trying to like meet it with a fresh face, sort of get it off the ground, sort of raw, and then figure it out from there. So I've loaded up level 1 here. As you can see, it's empty. And you might be thinking, man, I played New Super Wii. I played New Super Mario Brothers Wii, which is the game we're modding today. And I didn't remember the level looking like this. And you'd be right, because, discard changes. For some reason, in Reggie, first level is just empty. I'll reselect it to show you. And then, if I go to any other level, like World 1 Tower, the whole thing is here. It's all here. It's all right here. And that's, odd, I think. But I choose to take it as inviting me to come in and make my own thing. Wholeheartedly. But looking at this tower, man, look at the level of like freedom you get with this. I'm having to stream my whole desktop for this, by the way, because otherwise I'd have to stretch this window out and you wouldn't be able to see all these little sub windows that I'm like manipulating here. But like, let's see, we've got height, width, movement direction, start, delay before movement, distance, delay before return, speed, shit like that. That's crazy. That's like, as somebody who like has only really dabbled with this as far as like I said, Lunar Magic years and years and years ago. But like since then, like I've only really dabbled with like level editors, like Super Mario Maker. And while those are great, they're super limiting in their own ways. Like my main problem with Mario Maker, honestly, isn't even that like, oh man, I can't place these, I can't have these and have them come up and down and stuff. So much as like, man, I can't make a level longer than a certain length. Like there's like an area like stopgap and like an entity limit. So like you can't really get too much beyond, you know, a very basic little short level layout. And so like when I got into like level design and things, and I tried to re-foray into that somewhat recently, I found that like people were like, "Oh yeah, you want to leave stopgap points, you want to leave like spots where like the player can take a break." And I found that like to get 3 challenges and 3 separate stopgap points where the player can like stop and chill for a second between them took more room than the game would allow. And so, like, I was like, screw it. What if I just got into ROM hacking again? And so now we're here. So let's, without any further ado, I think it's about time we get started on our very own 1-1. See, I did some fooling here. Like, I exported this to Dolphin just to make sure it worked, which we probably won't be doing much of today, simply because like exporting to Dolphin is like a 4 or 5 step process and is kind of like a bitch to do. So, like, we won't actually be like given the opportunity to test these levels right now. See, I don't know how to place one of these entrances. Door entrance, door exit, pipe facing up, pipe facing down. Wow. Okay. That's just a normal level start. This one's a fire flower block that I assume would drop a mushroom first. So let's get everything out of here. I don't know about these hills and stuff. I'm not sure about all of that. So I'm gonna just throw that to the wind, and here's what we're gonna do. Because these are separate pieces to like each of these is an individual tile over here, but you can just do it like this. I'm gonna be doing it like this a lot. So I think that what I'm gonna do, compensate that, is first of all I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. But what I'm gonna do to compensate that is I'm gonna mostly be building levels like that. Not like ignore this up here for a second, but levels where it's literally just like topsoil, and then I'm gonna go back and throw these under it because right now it's fine. Right now it's fine. But when you introduce, say, I'd like, I'd like this part. Uh-oh, that's an entrance. I don't know how I'd manage that. Um, but say I wanted that part to be that high, and then I want this to come down like this, or maybe even I want a slope involved. That's going to be difficult because this will just hit that, and then like if I extend this, it'll become all of that. So I've got to be like real careful about that kind of stuff. But I think starting on a slightly higher playing field to be able to give us like something to do here would be great. So first I need, let's see, what do I need? I need a slope is what I need. And definitely not these. I need a grass slope. Here we go. Like, these tools could be a little weird to use because, like, oh, I can't extend that slope. If I wanted more slope, I'd have to do that. You know? And I think that's fine. I think doing that kind of thing is, like, alright. I think I could manage that. Then we take this and we stretch it away. Take this and we stretch it away. There we go. And then this one should be able to just continue in if I decide that I want to do that. Stretch it out. But it's very Mario Maker-esque, this tool set. Like, this is, like, insanely easy to just, like, use. Okay. So we need like a pretty basic sort of 1-1 layout is what we need right now. So I'm gonna give it a pretty basic 1-1 layout. give her like one of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 tiles off the ground for that. And then, how about that? And then we'll include some coin blocks among them. Like, let's get rid of that one, and let's say that one, and add some coin blocks instead. And then run a few of these along here with some coins in them. We'll throw in a propeller suit right up there. And then one last coin block over there. I think we're going to do a propeller suit level for this first one, just like the base game, just because I want to mess around with some, like, verticality here. Because I could see, like, Mario comes through, does a little hoo-ha, you get up here, you take that, and then you wee up this way. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to have to plink, 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 plink. Are those equidistant? 2 between here. 3 between there. Okay. I think the 3 gap looks more correct. If that makes any sense. Mario stands that tall. He comes up here. Oh. Grab all of this. Move it up and over. And we're probably going to have to make some adjustments to these layouts. Like, we're definitely going to have to adjust some of this, for sure. We have a platform we can throw on it. Here we go. We'll give it one of these, just like the first level. We'll put it, like, within view of the regular section of the level, I think. And then what I'm going to do is... Are these, like, player height coins? Oh. Right? Let me hover over them. What do they do? Vertical alternating pattern. So these will come up and down? Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted. What else do we got in terms of coins? NWSE slope alternating pattern. Coin outline turns into coin when touched. Okay. We're gonna put a few of those in. Like that. And then I'll put a few standard coins in the in-between. That'll give you something to be up here for, I think. I hope. Do I want them in the path, or do I want to make them jump for them? I think I'll make them jump for them. That makes more sense. And then... Maybe if you hit the corner of the thing and then come up, you should be able to reach the next one. Should there be a next one? Yeah, there should be a next one. Come on. Put one of those in there. See, I would get really easily overwhelmed with... I tried Mario 64 ROM hacking for a while, and I got really easily overwhelmed with what happens if I tile these the wrong way. You can't. Oh no, you can. There we go. I got really easily overwhelmed with the aspect of trying to, like, 3D model everything. Like, the fact that, like, everything was a 3D model. Nothing was prefabs. You just sort of had to, like, model some shit out. And while that's great, I just have always struggled with 3D modeling. Alright, so here's the cool part. We've got a big long list of everything in the game. I want a star coin. I want it. Oh gosh. We got options. above layer 1, above layer 2 behind chain link fence, or further above layer 1. Move up and down on liquid surface. Shrink bottom hitbox by half a tile. Where is that used? What is that functionality for? Okay, let me see my platform and the star coin at the same time. Yeah, it works. And then I'll throw a couple coins below it. I don't know why coins aren't also considered in that sort of equation when it comes to like what is and isn't a sprite. Because star coins are, you know, and so you would think. What if I took these middle two out here, right? And then I took one, and then I took two, and we just had a 1-up up here that could just exist. Should have an enemy though, I think. I think if we threw like a Goomba on there, that'd be pretty good. Like, we don't need anything major. We literally just need something to, like, Goomba. We literally just need something to, like, spook the player up here. So that they have, like, something of intrigue to interact with. In fact, if we get a Koopa Paratroopa, I put him down. This is something I learned while I was testing this. Let's get flying up and down Paragoomba. Moves in specified direction 4 blocks, then turns around, or moves in opposite direction immediately. Turns around at ledges makes him a red one. That doesn't really do anything for me otherwise, though. Allow the Koopa 1-up trick? That's like something you can allow and disallow with specific Koopas? Okay. So I think him here. And then I think that looks lopsided now, but I think that, oh no, not another one. Get him out. Maybe this. And then we'll scooch all this just a bit farther this way. And then if you lose your propeller to, say, this Goomba over here, you have an opportunity to whoop, whoop up here. Pretty easy, I think. But I'm going to have to bring the land up to kind of meet it a little bit so that when you're up here, you don't have to do a blind jump to down here. That's kind of what I need to do something about. But I can do something about that with the design of the level. Let me get another Goomba, please. Waiter, more Goombas. What are the options for a Goomba, even? Load in animation, normal, tumble, small jump, hesitate, medium jump. Wow. Okay. And he can exist behind other stuff. Alright. That's perfectly fine. Give me a second Goomba. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with the second Goomba. I'm going to take him, and I'm going to put him on the slope. That way you have something to come at you, get you going immediately. Maybe that's a bad call. But you've got, like, all this room ahead to, like, prep up. So I don't think it's, like, inconceivable, you know? Like, you can just barely get a peek at the action from the first screen, and then you come through, is what I'm thinking. And then... Whoa, okay, not what I wanted. That back that way. So, next up, I'm thinking that, like... I'm thinking we can afford to come up just a touch with the... Got the steep slope. See if that does anything for us. Why did I Why did I go and delete that? Like I didn't need it. I definitely need it. Not the steep one. We'll make it symmetrical. We'll make it symmetrical. And then up here, what I want to do is I want to include sort of a little creature feature. So what I'm gonna do for that is we're gonna have a tipped over pipe, sort of a la Wonder, New Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And next up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a Koopa Troopa, red one. Right on top of that. That'll just walk back and forth on top of there, and we'll just have him. That's what I'm thinking. And he'll make for like a nice little set piece to keep the player sort of vaguely intrigued. Oh, didn't want another Koopa. So how does... I wonder how the piranha plant works in this one. That's what I'm curious about right now. Is how on earth are we gonna get a piranha plant to couple with a pipe and not have that be like an issue, you know? Because I could totally see it being a problem. Now, what do we include after that? We do a little hop, skip, and a jump. This is a level 1-1 situation, so like it's kind of like very loose design, just something to like give a feel for the player, you know? So I don't really have like a specific thing I'm building a challenge around or anything like that. It just sort of like is, you know? What can I include over this way? I need this to stretch all this way. And then I need... Actually, no, I don't need it to stretch all this way. I can have a little something like this, and then a little something like this. And we'll include kind of like a measly pit here. Just something for the player to cross. Why not? Give them something to do for like a brief second. I don't know. These levels always feel so full and so like well put together. At least the ones that I make in like Mario Maker and things. It's a very similar design process for me. And like the levels I make over there always end up being so full and so nice on the basis of like, oh, we can cap the bottom of the screen with one of these. Oh, I did cap the whole side of the screen with one of these. That's not quite right. Picked the wrong tile, man. And then there we go. Well, I guess this one's really just for like if the bottom is visible, which it's not, so we can just make that kind of roll out. Which is nice that there's so much like repeating tile in this game for that purpose. Is that kind of a big gap? It's really hard to gauge at this scale because you're going to be experiencing the level more like this. So I just kind of zoom in and get a little granular with it sometimes. Maybe if I could put like a big... What do we have in the decorations tab that I could throw on that? Is there like a tree asset in the game that I can put at the beginning of the game? There are palm trees. Castle. Nah. I can't even put a little model castle there. Well, I guess Peach's castle will be visible in the background. It's just that you don't have the level background here to help at all with like the visualizing. So you come in, you do a little thing, you grab the thing, you blah 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 blah. You either go up or come down. And you have a little moment about it, and then there you go. I'm missing some coins on this down path. This down path could use a couple coins. How about that? Actually, how about that? How's that? We'll have a couple of coins there, through it, and then one over the gap. I'm really bad at coin placement. That's my thing. Coin placement is like the one thing where I'm like, oh, if you make me get in the nitty gritty of like coin placement, man, I'm gonna have some real trouble. Good. You've got something like semi-safe from like if you mess this jump up, you've pretty much got a landing pad down here. And I don't really want to screw that up for some unknown reason, you know? Like I don't want to just throw it away for nothing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a set of blocks here. So you got like something to do. You know, that's the thing is about making levels for me is like filling them with little things to do, you know? And that can be kind of troublesome sometimes. Like, do I need an arch of coins here, or will 4 coins in like that layout do just fine? Or should I simplify it down to 2? I think the line of 4 look better. Can I do it above and below? Nah. I'll do one of those like that. And put a coin up here for when and if you stomp on him. Like this, and then like that's the problem with like again with coin placement. It just sort of becomes a mess at a certain like density of coin. Like I think this is overdoing it, but I don't know what else could go there really, other than like I don't know. I guess I could put another Goomba down. Suppose so. Actually, no. Let's wait on the let's yeah. Let's wait on the Goomba because I can throw a couple of these in, and then throw one of these in, and get us somewhere else entirely. Then we can do that. I can hit one of these. Another one down here for the sake of that. And there we go. Look at that beautiful little pad of ground. And now I can throw a Goomba on it. Go ahead and throw a Goom. Goomba on the hill. And do you know what? I haven't thrown a single pipe down yet. Like, not a one. Oh, no. Well, I guess I have. I put down, like, a revert, like a laying down pipe over here. But I've yet to sort of just place the standard, you know, normo pipe. Do a couple of these. Maybe I can throw another one like that. Nah, I don't think so. So much as like, hold on. If I scooch this one to where that one was, and scooch it over more, and I throw one of these beside it. And that'll work. There we go. Which should then allow me the opportunity to indicate that one of these goes down via this and then this And then, is there like a bottom one we can implement here? It's significantly lighter. Like these are our more beachy tiles, it looks like. If I throw these on it instead. I mean, that's better. Be worse, I suppose. I'm just not 100% sure this is how this is meant to be used. But I guess like the argument there is that like it's ROM hacking. What is meant to be used where? You know, who's to say? Well, I guess the game is to say because I cannot position this behind. If I put it on layer 0, what then? Still nothing? Dang, okay. What about layer 3? Is layer 3, it's in reverse order. I see. And I take this and I slide these over it, and I can delete this one. And then I can delete that and pull this the rest of the way down, I guess. Yeah, look at that little sneak peek in there. That's good. I like that. Like I wholeheartedly dig that. Now, how do I make this a sub area intro? Suppose we'll have to figure that out later, huh? This shit back on layer 0, thank you. We'll have to figure that out at a separate time, it appears, because I'm gonna have to end this little platform. Somehow, with these. Here we go. I just like blanked and forgot where it was. There we go. And that looks neat down there. Look at that. I'm actually kind of proud of it. Like I'm still like sort of mesmerized in on it because I'm just sort of proud of how it's coming out. We could make Goombas come up out of this one. Let me see if I can figure that functionality out. No, that's... I keep trying to right-click things, and right-click is like place, and then left-click is sort of engage with the current object. I could pick a background. Cancel. Don't leave this area yet. We'll finish designing this area, then we'll move on. Now what am I putting across this gap? That's a pretty good question. Because I'm not sure that the like level geometry should go much higher, like up into the air. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll get goofy with it, and we'll implement those rolling hill things. Oh. Okay. That's a strange way to represent that. Sure. 1 to 18. Ah! There we go. These are the nice overworld ones I wanted. Do I want it to rotate counterclockwise or clockwise? I'm thinking counterclockwise. I think that's pretty good. $232, $350, $464. That's a big hill. Oh my god. Do 232. Take it even, yeah, I'd take it one further in even. And then here's what I want to do with it. I want a Koopa. Trooper to be walking along the hill. I want that to come up first. And then I want the Goomba not far behind him. So that you can, like, sort of knock him around with it. Maybe even two of them, if two of them will stay on there. It's coming counterclockwise, so it should just kind of whoop around this way real fast. So if they're going with the flow of it, they need to be pushed back a little bit. There we go. That implements some challenge into this little section here. And then we can get back to putting in the groundwork, as it were. Actually, let's... Oh, no. Dang it, I keep trying to right-click drag. Why did they build a piece of software where right-click and left-click do the exact opposite thing from what they normally do? That's so weird. Like, what a strange design decision. Maybe there's some reason for it. But then again, maybe they're just freaks. Maybe I didn't consider that the people that made this might just be freaks. Which I guess is silly of me. Alright. See, now here comes a tough bit. Because I think that pipe should be coming out soon. Like, right now soon. Like, I think I'd like it to come up through the ground a bit. If that tracks. I don't really know how I'm meant to do that. Maybe like this. A little bit of help either side. Like, cow, is that the perfect size already? Damn. Crazy work. Crazy work. Okay. There we go. I should have find the right layer to put her on. I hope these aren't like the way you get into these, you know? Because if so, that's gonna look real silly on the actual stage. What's it labeled? Object 39 and 40. Okay, well that's no help. I just think this should work, you know? Hmm. We have to bring these in. gonna have to expand these a good bit. And there we go. Now I just need to cap her off like so. Tell the game to like hide that somehow. I think I'm gonna have to learn that. Ah, this and this can't exist at the same time, I guess. Screw it, it's only an out type. Right? No, there has to be a way. Hold on. No shot, they just... Yeah, it's those. It's those, not the other ones. My bad. That makes a lot of sense. So you can come up out of that, but you can't... You know. Do this. And they can go on a layer where they're tangible, please. I assume they're tangible on all layers, but, like, they don't eat through the background. It just tells it, like, what to render over what. You know? Is what I think happens. I could be wholeheartedly mistaken, and then we take this in to, like, test it and look at it, and it's, like, all wrong. Like, that could easily be the case. I mean, we'll take a look at the level at the end of the stream. Alright. Speaking of end of the level, I think we should be about halfway through by now, huh? How do I add a checkpoint flag? Are those in here? How about here? Nope. How about here? Nope. Okay. Time to do a Google search. Time to do a quick Google search, chat. Let's see what we can see. Alright. So Reggie Editor, which is the software we're using. How to add checkpoint flag. Ah, the NSMBWii modding database. That's what we need. Different entrance and exit types, for instance, normal, pipe entrance, door entrance, fine entrance. Okay, that's... Okay, let me check this, like, thing on entrances and exits. An initial entrance is required as a start point, as well as a mechanism to finish the level, a goal flagpole, chest, for example. See level exit conditions. Different entrance exit types exist, such as normal, pipe entrance, door entrance, fine entrance, special exit, etc. Using entrances, entrance types, exit. Yeah, they don't have anything about checkpoints on here, though. It's all entrance and exits. Ah, it's labeled midway flag. That's my mistake. It's not labeled checkpoint flag. It's labeled... Oh, there's an event system? I'm gonna have to look into that event system. I have to see what's up with that. Midway flag. Here we go. That could exist there. What are our options? Load facing right or load facing left? First checkpoint or second checkpoint? I can have two? You can have two? That's cool. I didn't know you could have two. Do any levels in New Soup actually use two checkpoints at any point? Because that would be crazy. Sorry, I was stretching. That would be insane shit for there to be like two checkpoints, a level so long it needed to. I might have put this a little early. Like I might have given the player a power up a little too soon. But then again, they probably only have a mushroom out of that. So if I put another one, let's say, I think on this rolling hill would be a good spot. Like just before the checkpoint flag, huh? Or I could push the checkpoint back a touch so that it's a little more balanced. Huh. Maybe. I'm thinking, Chad. I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking the power up at the start shouldn't even factor into my design decisions because that's like a courtesy power up. Like that's the power up you hand out because you gotta, you know? Because it's like the first level and first thing first level, I think. That's my thought process. So this is like our actual like first power up of the level. Oh, excuse me. And assuming you held on to that mushroom, you'd be able to come get it. And I think that it should be a little further away from the first checkpoint. So let's give the player some breathing room first. How about that? How about we come over here, and we add some of this, and we add some of that, and we add another slope. And screw it, this one can get steep. By just a little bit. It can't get steepest. I don't know if I wanted to get like the steepest it can get. But like it can get a little steep. And then we'll build upon that with a little bit more of this. That was a nasty burp, man. That shit was gross. I don't know what I thought I was doing there, but surely it wasn't that. Alright, so here's what I think. I think that's our little break area. And I'll throw a couple blocks in, I'll throw a couple coins in, some enemies, you know, stuff like that. And then we'll get on to doing a second rolling hill, I think. I think I'd like another one. And I'll tell you what I'll do with that second rolling hill. I will... First of all, I guess I'll do this in strips. And then I'll fill out the majority. I'm trying to, like, optimize how I use my tiles here. I don't know if it matters for the number of tiles I'm given. Like, I don't know if the game is like, oh, too many tiles, crash. You know, I don't know if that's a possibility, but I don't want to run into that if I can help it. I'm trying to be a little economical with the tiles here. Matter of fact, why does every ledge have to come to this? Why can't I... Hold on. Like, why don't I just throw one of these on it, and then throw one of these on it? Oh, am I gonna have to, like, have to anyway? Does it not matter? No, don't tell me it doesn't matter. Oh, no, it matters. It matters. Okay. False alarm, folks. It matters. Turns out. But how do you transition out of that? Where's my transitions you out of that tile? I don't know if there is one, man. There we go. Because now it should match up perfect, yeah? Oh, not quite. Why not? Hold on. Let the gears turn. I might get somewhere with it. Well, it's not that noticeable if I just cover it up, huh? Like, There's just no other way. Unfortunately, I think it just has to culminate like that out of those. Like, I think we just have to not have a shadow on part of that. Which I guess is alright. It's not the end of the world, but it definitely does not look right at a glance. But, like, when I, like, sort of zoom it out just a little bit, you can't even tell, really. Like, I'm kind of getting a little granular with it. Again, like I said. Which I guess I'm prone to do. Throw him a couple question mark blocks. Why not? And then yeah, let's take some of these coin outlines and give it like a little W. And then we'll fill in the W. Control Z seems like it's only for movement, not for like individual item placement. Which is strange, I think. Okay. But either way though. I think we could put in enemies now. Like another Koopa. So I think what I'm gonna do, right. This is what I was thinking. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Koopa away, but I'm gonna leave the two Goombas on here. I think I'm gonna adjust them to now that I have more room for them to ensure they don't fall. Actually no, because I still need to have that like. There we go. They're still in better places. And then if I, oh, not you. If I take this whole section and I do a copy, then I come over here and I do a paste. I should be able to grab it all. And kind of position it here-ish. And then scooch the Goombas back a little more. And then put a Koopa Troop on this one. So that when the player gets to the first one, they don't have to know, oh, hit the Koopa Troopa, send it flying, whatever, blah, 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 blah. They just have to know there are Goombas on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one, this Koopa over here. I'm going to position a couple Goombas behind him. And then put a block on the ground that you will have already seen. Back here with a coin in it. That way, when when you get here, you see that and you're incentivized to take the Koopa shell and hit it. And either way, it will probably hit those Goombas and go flying off before it hits this. And so then when you get to this one and you see a Koopa and two Goombas, you know exactly what to do. Like pretty immediately. That's my thought process on this like design element. But on top of that, literally on top of that, because you have another power-up opportunity there, I'd like to give the player a chance to use their new power-up to either or not to either, but I want to give them either the chance to use it or chance to fly up and over and land on another above platform where there won't be much this time. Just some coins, just some extra coins, maybe, and another opportunity to learn that Koopa Goomba thing, perchance. Maybe I'll give them a better opportunity to learn that Koopa Goomba thing up there. Like not better as in, like, easier to learn, but better as in more rewarding. And then that'll make it so that they get there, they still know what to do, they've still got it or whatever, but is just a touch easier. Take these. Do I want to build like a thing to send it through to get it? I think I do. So if I build a 3-stack here of these, 2-stack here of these, and then give it a couple of these and a few of those to get started with. And then I give it let's say this one has some coin in it. And then maybe the one down the bottom is there not a 1-up block? Like, is there not like a question mark block with a 1-up in it? Am I gonna have to do that if I want to give the player a 1-up? Okay. I didn't know that was physically impossible for this game to have 1-ups in question mark blocks. I had no idea. Okay. So I guess instead of a 1-up, we'll do a star. And then that'll be a pretty fun get for them. Hopefully. Okay, so what if I expand it that way instead? And then I take this, take that. There we get boom, 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 boom type situation. Trooper. Put him up, doesn't walk off ledges. Done. And now there's like something to accomplish up here too. Although I don't know if I've given it enough platform to exist on. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't teach the Goomba thing, though. So I guess I could include a couple Goombas trapped in there. And that would teach it pretty effectively. Because I can't just... I would just have it, like, bam, 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 and then pop out and kill a Goomba on this side. But either the like... It would just walk off, is the problem. If I put a Goomba here, it would just boop, 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 off before you ever got the chance to hit it. Or, alternatively, the player would come through and stomp it, and it would just be gone. So, that would be useless. I don't know about you guys. I don't see that working out, though. So I think that this is probably the best we could do in terms of being able to, like, teach this weird little mechanic. And then they use this little, like, breather area as a teacher area, too. I don't know if that makes it, like, not a breather anymore. But I'm just going to pretend it doesn't affect it. Because design-wise, I don't see why it would. Let's go back to putting down some ground now, because I need more ground. And we can go high with this ground, sure. Not too high, but we can go high. Stretch that down into the abyss. And then we'll give it like... Where are the semi-solids? Let's see. Basic platform, horizontal movement, Buzzy Beetle, spiny, upside down spiny, stone block, incomplete platform, gray tiled block, basic platform. Oh, here we go. Pipe piranha plant variants. Airship key unused. Incomplete auto scrolling bonsai bill. Rotation controller. Whoop bob-omb boozer. Basic platform spawner. Oh, that'll spawn basic platforms, huh? It's a really low res sprite. Holy hell. Like, not that the rest of these are necessarily like fine art or anything. That one was particularly bad. Rotation controller. Goal pole and fortress. Oh, good. That's all one unit. That's awesome. I don't have to tile that individually. Burner pulsating? Oh. Here. Let me do a quick Google. Because otherwise we're just going to be staring at this list for an hour. And I'm not going to get anywhere. Quick Google on how to add semi-solid. There's a tutorial. Oh, wait. Hold on. Am I dumb? Am I a big dum-dum? I think these are my semi-solids here. I was like, man, why are the like beach tiles here? But no, I think they're meant to be my semi-solids here. I think it's different shade to indicate that. That looks right to me. Well, I say that looks right to me. Let's take it all in one. And then woof. And then we can copy this assembly, paste this assembly, and put it there. On layer 0, probably. Delete that. Try it on layer 2. Go ahead, try that shit on layer 2. See if it works out. No, okay, so overlapping semi-solids are a little more difficult. Is it a pile around me kind of situation? Where I can just sort of take it and pile around it and not really have to care? Is that the big idea? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was looking for the normal grass top for this again. But take that in a bit. And include it there. No, because it doesn't look very good. Like it still is a little off looking at the joint there. I bet you I could incorporate a piece on layer 0. No, have it incorporated on layer 2. Ah, yeah, it's exactly what I need. And then there we go. It sits behind itself. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then we've got all these little like fence and bush and tree assets. I will be including those. I'm gonna have to do like a decorative pass on the level once I'm happy with the design of it, I think. And so I'm sort of just saving those because I don't wanna like say put all this together and then throw like a bush on it or something, and then later come in and go, I don't know about that challenge. I don't think it works. And then have to erase like hours of decor with it too. Oh, what a mess. Hacking SMH. I know. What a cheater. What an awful dirty cheater I am. Oh man. Hi Chompy, welcome in. How's it going? Alright, so now I think we finally hit a point where oh no, I want 3. I want 3 of them. Hold on. Nah. 3 semi-solids. Put a third semi-solid platform. You know what? Fuck it. Another $10 trillion to semi-solid platform research. Hope your day is going well. I hope you're having a good one. Because I am having an interesting one with this. Whoa, don't stretch it. Okay. I should be able to just grab this and oh no, I've made a layering mistake. Oh no, this one's got to go over that one, but under. Oh no. Wait, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? My brain hurts looking at this, so I'm very impressed you understand what you're doing. It took a while. I got into a whole spiel at the top of stream because like this software has existed for like a decade, and like I've just been really hard pressed to learn it, and have just never found the time to like sit down and do it. It's very Mario Maker once you adapt to it. It's not really that big of an issue at all. Turns out I thought it would be way worse. I thought, oh no, that's not even the right grass. Holy hell. So I think if I take this and I place it there. Ooh, wrong layer. I don't even know. I'm hoping that like these aren't also collision layers. Because if I'm changing collision layers right now, that means like half of this is walkable. I was gonna say it reminds me of Mario Maker. It is very Mario Maker-esque. They've done a good job to make it super user-friendly, which is awesome for a big dummy like me. It makes my job of just sitting and making levels super easy. Whoa, that looks cursed. Because the tiles like perfectly meet into each other. Give it a oh, that's a bottom. Oh, actually? Oh, wow, look at that. It looks like it just like lips out a little bit. I don't know if I love it or hate it. But I'll go traditional for now, and we'll play around with stuff like that during like the decor part of the level making process. And then there we go. We've got a trio of platforms here. Now, if I could get my midpoint flag, not checkpoint flag, it had me all sorts of tripped up looking for a checkpoint flag when I should have been looking for like a midpoint flag. I should be working a little bigger. Should I? That checkpoint flag looks kind of tiny on the platforms I've created for it. I don't know. But yeah, how's your day going? How you been? It's been a minute. Drag these up. See what I can do to just sort of expand the reach of these platforms, the breadth of them. Okay. Grab and pull. Ah. That looks much more appropriately sized. In fact, I think I could stand to make this one just a touch longer. in the tooth. Maybe throw an enemy or something on it. I don't know. Okay, lots of work as usual. Chronic issues, but good. Lamau. Yeah, nah. I understand that. It's been busy out here. It's been a whole thing between like moving and this and that. I keep feeling guilty every time I start stream. I feel super guilty because it's like, oh man, I haven't streamed like in like a week and a half this time, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good for lately. I just I have so much trouble getting that momentum back. I am in such a rut with it. Okay. So I think I could do a block thing again, and I could have like a Koopa here that you can hit into a block over here. And then, oh, well, let me not use the checkpoint flag for that. If I get my block, I could have it hit a block here, maybe a coin in it or some such, and then hit a block here, and then hit a block here. And we've created a little micro challenge to like build on the sort of thing we had going on up here with Koopa, where he sort of bounced. So if you take this up path instead of the down path to learn the like Koopas hit Goombas thing, which is something that like most people know, I think, coming into a ROM hack, it's just bad level design to not teach it. So I'm sort of trying to incorporate it, and it's helping me pad out the level a little bit. Oh shoot, hydrate. I don't even have my glass of water. Wow, it's been so long. I am so unprepared. Oh, thank you, Basil. My husband has passed me his glass of water. See, because that's another thing. Hydration has been a nightmare. I got like I think some kind of hydration sickness recently because we moved to the desert and I didn't consider that in the desert I would need much more hydration than I was getting previously when I was like by the ocean. And so like it's a lot easier or a lot harder now. My bad. A lot harder now to maintain a decent temperature. Turn him red. That way he doesn't just walk off the platform and make the setup impossible. Alright. Give me another Goomba. We're gonna put him down there. Perfect. The best thing that I've found is to scraped the heck out of my mic just then. The best way that I've found is to basically have a water bottle that is another arm. I know it's ridiculous because I got sort of hydration sick, like I said, and like that really taught me like that was a wake up of like oh I gotta like actually like do this, huh? Like I gotta there has to be some level of like actual hydration and like I've had to incorporate like because I kind of understood what people meant before when they were like, "Oh yeah, I have 3 drinks at my desk. I have like an actual like I have like a drink for caffeine. I have a drink for water, and I have a drink for like taste. You know, like a little treat. And it's like I can usually work the like caffeine and the little treat into one, but like I definitely am like a 2 cups guy now. Like I gotta have a water, which is ridiculous. You're ever having trouble drinking enough water, eating fruit and certain veggies can help. Oh shit, good tip, good tip. Because I've been meaning to pick up some like I don't know, some apples or something. Because apples are like a real wet one. That's a way to put it, a real wet one. But like, no, yeah, they're pretty good. I think they're probably my favorite fruit. It's kind of a basic answer, but like I'm not a super big citrus, so I don't get a lot else out of citrusing. Okay. So I think now is about the time to implement another pipe. We'll use a pipe to cap that off and separate it sort of from our rest area. And then I can have. Well, actually, yeah, let me keep that extended. Make sure I have enough room. Because, like, I didn't even consider fruit. Fruit would be a great option for that. I promise I'm not trying to be this way, but watermelon is great for hydration. Watermelon is great. I just never have room in the fridge. I think of watermelon during like watermelon season, during like the spring and summer, and I'd love to have a watermelon. But like I've never really had room in the fridge for one, and like between me and Basil, we're not gonna eat a whole watermelon between the two of us. And so it's like hard to commit to buying one. But like now that like Jed's staying with us and we've got like a 3-person household, I think we can crack through a watermelon pretty easy. I think I'm gonna be picking up a watermelon on that recommendation actually. Because like I get what you mean, suggesting like, oh yeah, there are fruit that you could use for extra water. You know, like I don't know, watermelon. Yeah, like I get what you mean. It sounds sarcastic, but like no, I get it. Okay, so level design, level design. Thinking. You ever tried the mini watermelon? That's the kind me and Luby get. Ooh, I've never had a mini watermelon. I've seen them, but like I don't know, maybe it was just the area, but like they're like comparable pricing to a standard watermelon. And I'm the kind of guy who will like, yeah, I only need a half gallon of milk, but a full gallon of milk is only like 30, 40 cents more expensive. So might as well get the whole gallon, which is like awful. That's a terrible, like wasteful way to be, kind of. But it's like, I'm so frugal about that kind of stuff. And like I notice the prices, and usually they're close enough in price that I'm like, man, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just get a whole watermelon. But I won't eat a whole watermelon, and so I trap myself in this like idiot cycle. Yeah, but yeah, a mini watermelon might be a good idea. Plus, there's the process of like cutting a watermelon. Why are these ones? Oh, they're highlighted. I see. I was trying to figure out why they were blue. I need, I think, another rolling hill. Maybe a coin rolling hill. Yeah. What? Oh, a coin that goes on a rolling hill. That's not. Oh, that's a big one. Starting rotation, zero speed, zero, I guess. I assume zero speed is like normal speed, right? I'm trying to get help here. I'm trying to click the help thing. It's not giving me any help. Oh well. This hill is way too big, though. I do not need one that big. Get him out of here. Give me the standard rolling hill asset. A slightly bigger rolling hill. There we go. And then I think I'll follow it with yet another rolling hill of slightly larger proportion. There we go. And then that'll be awesome. Cucumber is also great for hydration. Ooh. Little cucumber moment. Could be solid. I'm really worried about these enemies. That's where my hate is. I'm worried about like that the hill is gonna spawn and they're gonna spawn separately and just through it. I suppose there's nothing stopping me from testing if I wanted to, but wait. I can make sure this one's going counterclockwise, and then I can make sure this one goes clockwise. That way, if I have the player pop a shell from here, they can roll it, and it'll roll, hit this, and come up and over. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that'll work great. Put a couple Goombas on this one. 2, 3, and then repeat. Well, no, I don't think we need that first, because he's just gonna get lost, you know? Like he's gonna like Well, no, it goes clockwise, so they're gonna need to be like front loaded. Right. I think it's 9 enemies that you need to hit for to get a power up. Or not a power up, but a 1-up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll include 7. Koopa. Give me a Koopa Troopa, please. Thank you. And then he'll exist there. You stomp him, send him flying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As the hill is rolling. I think we can get all 9 on this one platform. And if not, I'll tell you what I can do. I can do a very low down start point from there. It's kind of close in. I don't know if creating this challenge is worth killing the existing challenge of jumping from platform to platform. But I'm gonna like bank on it being worthwhile. Alright, give me my Goomba back. 9. And then 10 for good measure. Just in case you lose one. And then give you a little coin. And that's perfect. Alright. But yeah, finding interesting ways to stay hydrated is super important out here. Because it's like, otherwise you're gonna be like chugging water nonstop and never getting anywhere. Which is almost better for me because like I used to be a 3 sodas a day kind of guy, which is kind of a lot. Like 3 cans of soda a day. Like it doesn't sound like much, but like it adds up. It's not great for you. I didn't really give anything for if you kept the power up, huh? Well, there'll be an opportunity to get another one right up here. Because that's the design philosophy thing that I had heard, was that you should design a level in such a way that you get... Let's see if I can zoom out and see the whole... Oh, yeah, look at that. We're actually shaping something up here quite nice. But they say that you should set up a level in such a way that there's a checkpoint halfway through the level, and there's a power-up directly halfway between the start of the level and the checkpoint. So at like the 1/4 mark, you should hand out a power-up. And then take up to the checkpoint. And then at 3/4, which I'd assume is... Yeah, which would be about here. You give out another one. But I think I'm actually going to scooch it to like here-ish. Somewhere on this platform. And then we're going to get into the next section, which will be like the final challenge leading up to the flagpole. And then that should cap the level off nicely. But it should be long enough that I should be able to include a side path. What I want to do, kinda, is since you get the power-up here-ish, and if you missed out on... Because power-ups carry over level to level, you could come back in with a power-up to get that first star coin. Or alternatively, you could wait, get the power-up here, come all the way back, and do it backward. In fact, I think you might even be able to make that, like, from here, which might be something I want to do something about. But who knows, really, if I'm actually going to end up doing anything about that. Because honestly, either way you grab it, you still did most of the thing. There's no real challenge associated here. This is just sort of, if you know where to get it, come and get it kind of star coin placement. But with the inclusion of this and this, it makes me kind of want to put one like up and over this platform, so that like there's something to do up here, and then because I assume that's star coin number 1, and then star coin number 2 will be somewhere in this underground section that this comes out of, and then star coin number 3. I don't know. Can you see my mouse cursor? Am I actually like? Yeah. Okay. You can see the mouse cursor. And then you jump around here. It's making me kind of want to include an uppies up here, and then like up and over. And if you happen to come up on this part, you can be up and over and get the 3rd star coin. That's what I'm thinking. Alternatively, I could put the star coin visible from ground. Since again, this is 1-1, so this is going to be the easiest level in the thing. I could make it so that if you get over here and use the power up, you can just come up and grab the star coin. Seems good to me. But what if instead both? What if instead both or either? Where I include a sort of like uppy overpath over here that does come up and over and do a little thing, but culminates in the star coin. But you can also get it from down here if you still have the power up and didn't decide to go up. I think that could be pretty cool. Let's see what I can design to make that work. Coin. Star coin. Right there. That might be a little too high. Right there. And then I just have to design a series of platforms that come up and over that. Which shouldn't be too hard, actually. Not too problematic at all. Alright, let's see. If I have this here. Come on, let me expand the platform, please. Thank you. If I have this here, right up here, that you can make it to from there. I'm going to give it a couple coins leading up to it. There. And then that exists. And I don't want them to not be afforded the same Koopa opportunity. So I think I ought to do one of those so that they can still knock a Koopa down there if they so desire. Shrink that in one so that it actually has the right pathing on it. And then have the player come up and over. That. I'm putting in these coin pads mostly with just like a muscle memory, I guess, or like a visual memory for about the arc Mario jumps in. So it should be pretty easy to, like, I'm certain I'm gonna hop in, test this, and I'm gonna have to like adjust a bunch of it pretty heavily. Do a short platform before we get on to the next long platform. Oh, not that. I want the same coin arc follow through over here. And then, actually, I'm going to take one out. That way it looks a little more vert. Whoa, okay. Sure, that'll do. And then that allows for that. And then you come down off of that and can easily take this. Scooch that out of the way. But you can also get it from the ground with it. So if you chose not to come up there, no problem. do another one of these sort of zigzaggy normal coin, secondary coin things. Give the player another good reason to be here. And that's 3 star coins in the level. Which is kind of a little front-loaded, I think, with the star coins. Because you've got a star coin here, star coin in this in-between, and then a star coin right there at the very beginning. Alright, so now we can zoom way back in and get right back to it with this. There we are. And then I need a slope. We're going to incorporate sort of a slope here. Yet again. Gosh. Come on. We're going to drag one of these across here. See, I'm firmly still learning this. I'm very lost. And then I think I want another slope to come up out of that. Like, we'll have like a midpoint breather where you can like grab your power up or whatever and blah 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 blah, and then get on with it. Get on with it. All right. This sure does probably look like baby's first ROM hack. Like, in actuality, like with the way it's moving, like with the way this level's laid out, it probably does look like baby's first ROM hack. Let's see what I can do to sort of spruce it, if I may. Again, this is another case where we're sort of going to have to culminate in nothing here. Don't I have a secondary, like, sharper slope that I can incorporate? There we go. And then there we go. Ooh, not that. Give me just these, please. Alright, I'm going to drag it. Take a second drag off it. And then a third. Keep going. 4. 4 of them. And then 5 of them. Yeah! Alright. Send these an extra thing down so they're wall jumpable. There we go. Perfect. Now, we need block placement. Do that, and that. A bit long for the area it's in, I think. Suppose I could extend the area it's in, but that'll do, actually. And we'll give it to him on this right-hand side here. We'll do one of those. And include another one of those. And there we go. Little power-up section. We'll throw a little Koopa on it for good measure. We've been pretty focused on our Koopa Troopas and our Goombas on this one. But again, that's by design for different reasons. Because if we maintain like a similar, like, sort of, how do I put this? If we maintain a similar enemy layout throughout the level, the player comes to expect it. And on the first level, I don't mind just doing our very basic, like, here's a Koopa, here's a Goomba, here's this, here's that, have a good time. You know? like with very little iteration therein, because as like we got 8 worlds of this to do, so like I will have plenty of time to introduce interesting like enemy usage and interesting parts usage for these. But for now, I'm just kind of swanging through, getting it done. Oof, that does not have a 1 pixel center. I have to come out one. There we go. In fact, no, that didn't look any good. Add him back. Give him something to do. Alright, wait, I gotta take it all down one. Player's probably sick of seeing Goombas by now. With the amount of them on that platform just then, it kind of looks enemy spammy if you don't know what it's there for. Which is unfortunate. That's like exactly the thing you don't want. Put one of those there. What do I have selected here? Horizontal alternating pattern? Oh, no. I can't. That won't do. I just need a standard coin, my boy. That's all I needed. Speaking of, Mario Galaxy movie was pretty good. Not like pretty good. I don't know if I'd even call it a good movie, honestly. Evolving on like the talks that I gave about like the fucking many at length like, well, I don't know if a movie has to be good to be fun, you know? And I don't know if it has to be fun to be good. I mean, it obviously a movie does not have to be fun to be good. To say that, yeah. But like I don't know if it has to be good to be fun, you know? Because like I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't have a single trouble with the film because I was like just sitting there like Soy Jack pointing at the screen, going, "Oh, look, it's water, it's Fox McCloud, or this or that," you know. And that just seems like what this movie was for. You know, it doesn't seem like it was all that focused on like really being a coherent film, so much as it seemed to just kind of want to exist and be fan service. And I guess that can be okay. As the person being catered to, like as the definite target audience of this film, I didn't mind it much. Oh wow, a list of all the sprites in this area. That's fun. Boomba. We'll do a couple of those. Sprinkle 3 of them in there. Make sure he's actually on the ground. I want one floating. The ones on the hills kind of have to float because then they hit the hill and go, and that's fine. But like, and it's not even like really perceptible. But like these ones, that would be noticeable. I don't know if we need this third one as much as we need, let's say, a type piranha plant up. What are your options, buddy? What choices do I have with you? Immune to fireballs, on or off? Okay. I don't know if I want to incorporate that with you, but sure, you can exist. We'll have a couple of those throughout, and then boom. Bap. I haven't done much of that sort of thing where I've just, not like that, where I've just sort of included a block simply to include a block. Maybe that's part of the magic here that I'm missing. Maybe that's why things look a little barren right now. But my hunch is that once we test it and we throw a background on it, it won't matter. Okay. So I'm going to do something I like to call trying very desperately not to copy the existing level ending. Or an existing level ending. Because these rolling hills have still been a big part of this level, so I still want to incorporate them into the way that it ends. But I don't want to just do what they did on the original. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a big one and a small one. I'm going to have a third, even bigger one. Okay, maybe the third, even bigger one doesn't work. This works, though. So I'm happy to copy that over and just give it some extra height instead by like a pixel or two. And then goal pole and fortress can go somewhere like here. Am I running out of level? Wow. Wow, I ran that one up to the number, huh? That's pretty good. Oh no, not a second one. Not a second one. What are my options here? Normal exit or a secret exit, which just turns the flag red and gives like a separate thing. I can add a snowy castle on the end of it if I wanted to. Yeah, let's put that in about here. That way it definitely has enough screen to scroll, because I've found that if you don't give it enough screen to scroll and then hit, the whole castle will just kind of be like that. It'll just sort of be peeking out, and that's not what you want. Get rid of that other piece of grass I just put down. I'll extend this until it's well off the edge of the screen. That should do it. And then I should be able to have that. Have it come up to a corner. And then do one of those, and do one of those, and stretch it out. And then we've got a level ending. Now I just need to throw some coins on it. And I think we'll be just about ready to test. Yeah, I think we're just about ready to go on that. And then we'll include a Koopa on this middle one, I think, just for old times' sake. Actually, matter of fact, we'll do another paratrooper like we did toward the start of the level. Flying up and down. There. And now that exists over that gap. And that guy's in the way. In the middle there. I could save him for the very end. And have the player use him like a tool to get over there. And then have a Koopa Troopa in earnest on this platform. We'll put a couple Goombas too, fuck it. Just for good measure. Just to like finally reinforce the thing we're doing this level. Goomba, Goomba, Koopa, Koopa, or Koopa, Goomba, Goomba, and then nothing on the. I think the last one I'll have Rolling Hill coin. One, two, three, four, five. There. It's kind of the same thing. And then they'll all roll in time, yeah? Oh, hill IDs. Right. Hill ID 4. I think if I match the IDs of these... then they'll work out. I just think I have to specifically number this one. Now let's save it. And let's go test. Let's go see if our level works. I'm gonna have to, like, hide my display capture for just a moment while I do that. Because I need to open the Wii Backup Manager here. I really need to, like, design a little screen to go behind the games when I have to do this kind of stuff. Or especially for this. I need like a we'll be right back kind of thing. Let's see. Okay. Transfer to image. Put it on my desktop. Then I'll go to my desktop and I'll delete the previous test version. Okay. Compiling. Done. All right, now let me get Dolphin open. And then we can bring the display capture back. Open. New Super Mario Brothers. And we can turn our music off because the game is about to be probably pretty loud, honestly. No, it's not that loud. Okay. And then we'll run a quick test. We'll do a little run through of the level we made. I should have a save file that's like on level 1, so we shouldn't have to watch the opening cutscene of the game first or anything. Yep, there we go. I should just be able to load it up. I'm playing this on like very janky mouse and keyboard setup controls, so bear with you, boy, because this might be weird. Oh, wow, there it is. Oh my god, I didn't check what the jump was. That's my bad. That's my bad, everybody. Let's try that again. Let me take a moment at the beginning here. Oh, I see. Okay. This will drop us a mushroom first, yeah? Come on, if I can hit the block I'm trying to hit. Yeah. We can't test that star coin area just yet. And this will be a down pipe eventually. Hey, our first rolling hill works, though. Ain't that something? Gimme. Uh-oh. That's what it means by layer 2. Okay. I've learned my lesson. Now here's the big question. Here's the big question, chat. Did I build half the level on the wrong layer? Because if I did, I'm gonna have to go back and rebuild it object for object on that layer. Which I'll do off stream, don't worry. I'll get that done in the interim, and then it won't be a problem. And then I'll know better for next time. But like, oh jeez, could you imagine? Built the whole thing on the wrong layers. Like, it's not quite as detrimental as drawing on the wrong layer. Nah, I need to take the up path this time. You're not layer 2 too, are you? Oh, okay. Let's see if our little challenge here works, though. Boom, boom. Oh, it won't even hit that. Okay. It won't even hit that. I didn't give it enough blocks. Okay, I'll have to mark that down as something to fix. Do you see what the skybox is doing? That's not my fault. Whatever that is, it ain't my fault. No, okay, it doesn't look like I built the whole level on the wrong thing. Just that platform section. Good, good. That's an easy fix. I need to fix that platform section. I need to... I'm not sure what else, but I do need to do other things as well. Wow, that's a real hard thing to land, huh? That's not on the right layer, though. Okay, so it's just select things are on the wrong layer. Because over here I was screwing around with layering. I didn't know you could do that with blocks. I didn't know they could be on the other layer. That's actually really interesting. So, like, screwing this up has taught me something. But all the ground is solid here. The pipe isn't, but the ground is solid. Picked it the wrong way. Okay. Otherwise, though, it looks like it would have worked. I got a lot of layering issues to fix. I need to find out... First off, I need to find out what's solid and what's not. I need to find out, like, what layer counts as solid, what layers count as not solid. And then I need to find out... Oh, no, I need to find it out. I need to find just that out, and then I need to fix it. I probably should have, like, a hacked version for testing purposes that literally just lets me, like, power up my way through it. Just for, like, debug reasons, to make sure certain parts of the level work without me having to, like, run it a million times. But maybe there's some kind of tool for that, some kind of, like, debug tool that I'm missing. Oof, nearly missed that. But that's why we make the sides solid. Otherwise, we end up... Those are a tough dodge, dude. Wowee. Need to fix this little challenge. Because it doesn't even give you the thing it's supposed to. Thank goodness I could do that. What, those coins aren't hold on. Wrong layer, I guess. What layer makes things unattainable but visible? I think that's... If I had to guess, layer 1 is the one that you can't stand on. Right, the one that I'm having trouble with right now. And then... Those are on the wrong layer too. Okay. But yeah, looks like this Goomba thing works. That counts as star coin number 1. For what purpose? Okay. And then the whole back half is not on the right layer. So, tell you what I'm gonna do, chat. I am going to probably... What time is it? Is it time to end yet? Oh god, it's like right on the minute. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, chat. I'm gonna go... Oh, no. I'm gonna go, first of all, lock us into a game capture here. On Dolphin. And then I'm gonna go get... the music going again for you. Because as much as I like the map music here, it'll kind of fade in and out if I don't fix it. We're gonna find somebody to raid. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go away I'm going to fix the little problems we have at this level. And then next time we'll open up, and I'm gonna research how to make a sub area. And then when we come back next time, I will be showing you a completed level without a sub area. And then we will be developing a sub area and decorating a level. And then that'll be pretty much the whole process. And then I've just got to repeat that like 80 more times. Like, I don't know how many levels are in this game. I think 100. So like there's gonna be like 100 of these if I do like a whole game's worth, which would be crazy of me. Is that gonna stop me? No, not really. I don't think so. Is anybody else live playing New Soup right now? Let's see. New Basti. NOO Basti. We'll raid into them, sure. So I'm gonna do a raid. Oh my god, Twitch ad. We're gonna raid into them. And then I am going to do exclamation point socials to give you access to all my social media. Exclamation point socials, if I can spell it right. That'll get you links to all my social medias, including my VODs channel, where VODs might start going up. Who knows? They're playing Mario Wonder. This isn't even the right game. God damn it. Oh well. But that's what I get for trusting the Twitch search. Anyway, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna decorate this level. We're gonna put a sub area on it. It's gonna be a whole thing. But until then, I gotta pop off. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.